Now I know you tired of getting beamed and feel like you don't even got a chance to react. And at the same time, if you did, your movement look like this. And I know this because I had the same exact problem, which is why I'm gonna show you the exact formula that allowed me to counter anyone's aim, whether they have aim assist or not, without having to learn all this advanced movement y'all out here doing, because to be honest, that's a waste of time. Now look, listen up. The common reason why anybody would be dying in Call of Duty is because most likely the enemy was aiming before them. Now you might be sitting here thinking like, how am I supposed to aim before every person in every gunfight? Like that don't even make sense. Like you want me to do this? Like what? Well listen man, in order to do that, right? Well, in order to always be the first one aiming, you gotta stop pushing so much. It comes back to the same thing I've been saying. I've been saying this for how long now? Exactly. It comes back to that. You gotta stop pushing so much. If you could just stop doing that, bro, you probably won't even have to watch my videos anymore. You just know what to do. But at the same time, this don't just mean like, okay, I'm gonna just camp in the house 24/7 and then I'm gonna easily get a nuke. I mean, you could get a nuke like that. I'm not gonna lie. I think I got my first nuke from camping in the house. But hey, I feel like you just want to be pre-aiming more. Like when you pre-aim more, bro, everything gonna come together. Everything is just gonna flow a lot easier when you just sitting there like this. Like when was the last time you lost a gunfight because you were pre-aiming? Like it's rare. Like as long as you can hit your shots, if you can follow up with good aim after you pre-aim, you won't die. Like I don't see how you can die unless the dude go around with the movement like that. Then you might be dead. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, but if you got good aim, you ain't even gotta worry about that. So, but I do know some of y'all like to proceed into the map. Y'all like to just run around. Y'all don't like to sit. Y'all not really the campy type. I know because I'm kind of like that. I only camp when I want to be honest. But I know y'all just really like to move forward and proceed in the map. So what you want to do, you want to pre-aim. You want to move forward, then you want to pre-aim. And then you want to move forward when you know it's clear. Like, let me show y'all an example. I'm going to switch to me playing. All right, so look, man. Say you come over here, greenhouse, right? Boom, you run out here. Look this way. You want to proceed, but, you know, you kind of just got to pre-aim first. You know that, right? Like, so boom, you pre-aim right here. You pre-aim right here. You don't see nobody. You wait, and then you move instantly right here. You want to move to some type of cover, but we going to get into that later. So you want to proceed, but you want to pre-aim still. You don't want to just be running around like this, because this is how some of y'all be playing. Y'all just run around like this and wonder why you dying. So you want to proceed using cover. Just proceed using cover. In other words, it should never be a moment where you just off guard. Like you should never be off guard in a way, because once you off guard, that's how you end up losing the gunfight in the first place. This is what I like to call passive aggressiveness. You just not moving up. You're not playing aggressive, at the same time you're not playing passive. You kind of mixing the two play styles, so this way you can proceed the map with caution, if that makes sense. Cover is very crucial when it comes to breaking somebody's aim. This is because they can't really hit you if you like behind a wall. I mean, they can if they got good tracking. They can kind of estimate where you are behind the wall, but most times they're not gonna hit nothing. And also, when you go behind a wall, the aim assist completely turns off. It can't track you through a wall unless they got aim by. That's a whole nother video right there. If they got aim by, I might have to show y'all something I might have to do only for Xbox though. So let me know if you want to know that down in the thing down there, the comments. I would say the best type of cover would be a head glitch. That brings me to my next tip. You want to be utilizing head glitches. I don't see this enough. Most people just run around. They don't really use head glitches enough. Like, you need to be always trying to look for a head glitch. If a head glitch is open and the opportunity is there, why not take it? Why not get on the head glitch? So that way you can like have a better chance at winning. Because on controller, you don't really get that much aim assist on the head glitch, because it's like a small head, this whole box in a way. You can't even see nothing. And also, when someone's on a head glitch, that means for you to challenge them, you're gonna have to have good recoil control, and if you don't got that, you're not killing them off that head glitch. Let's be for real. So in other words, it takes a lot of skill to beam somebody off a head glitch. You gotta have good recoil control. First of all, you gotta be knowing how to hit your target, and then you gotta kill them before they kill you. Mind you, they on a head glitch, they already pre-aiming, because let's be honest, when someone's on a head glitch, they're already pre-aiming. So it's really hard to kill somebody on a head glitch, which is why you need to be utilizing it more and more and more, bro. In order to do this, you need to know what maps you're playing on. You need to know the exact map. You need to know that exact map layout. You don't need to be just running around like a headless chicken. When you play the game, analyze the map. Look where everything is. Find the cover points. Find the exact point where you can get to in order for everything to go smooth. Find cover, bro. I'm telling you, cover is your best friend. I say this in like every video I post. Use cover. Use cover. That's because cover is the best thing you could possibly use. If you use cover, you won't get shot. Common sense. Which brings me to my next tip. It's kind of 2 in 1, but use cover. Use cover as much as possible, because cover will be the best thing ever. It just comes all down to knowing the map as much as possible. So instead of going, next time you go in the game, instead of going in there, be like, okay, so I'm gonna go in right, and I'm gonna just go get as many kills as possible, drop as many streaks as possible, try and get a nuke. Go in and look at the spots. Look for where you can find some cover, bro. Look how you can navigate. Think about how you can get into a situation, how you can get out using cover. Because we don't want to be out here just looking any type of way. We put this into like a more visualization for y'all. Say if y'all running on Nuketown, right? And then all of a sudden you move to a head glitch, you see somebody, you beamed them, but like 4 dudes try to come to that head glitch to come smoke you up. Next thing you know, you can easily just move back to another piece of cover and get away. You could just get away, go back to your team, let your team handle it, everything's straight, you live to see another day. You might even drop a nuke from doing that. I'm pretty sure when someone told me to move cover to cover, that's when I started dropping more nukes. That's why campers streak so easily, because they're easily by cover. They don't really get shot that much, as opposed to you running out in the open and you just getting beamed every time. Of course, you're gonna get beamed if there's nothing near you. You just gotta know when to move. If you can know when to move, when to proceed, when to fall back, that's a lot of things people struggle with too. They don't fall back. They just like to move forward, move forward, move forward. But if you can learn to fall back to your teammates, everything gonna be fine. Which this kind of brings me into the next thing. This not even on the list, but I just thought of it right now. It's on the list now. You want to try and be by the teammates, all right? I see a lot of footage of people just running out in the open. Once again, you always dying because you run out in the open. If you just stop doing that, you'll be fine. Try to like have the teammates in a position to where they're watching other lanes while you watching the lane that's open. So here's the thing, when you buy the team, this even happens to me. When I see like a bunch of enemies in front of me, I don't know who to shoot. Immediately I'm gonna just get jumped and I end up dying. I don't even get one kill because I'm just like, who do I shoot? Who do I shoot? Because it's kind of hard to like react that quick. You gotta shoot the person who's looking at you. But what if they all looking at you? Then what? They looking at you like this. Then what you supposed to do? Like you can't do no, you can't really do much, which is why you need to be by the teammates as much as possible. I know sometimes like I get in the game and I'm like, okay, I do not want none of these teammates near me because they always ruining something, which is true. They do ruin something sometimes. They be in the way of a doorway. You can't even run. You trying to run from somebody, they just in the way. But they gonna sometimes help you. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I've been saved and I've gotten nukes because a random teammate shot somebody. It's as simple as that. The more teammates you have around you, the more confusing the enemy's gonna get. Like, okay, who do I shoot? Now you might just get unlucky and catch 5 Draco bullets to the face, but if that happens, then I'm sorry, that's just unlucky. If there's like 2 or 3 teammates with you, you're gonna be straight because they're not gonna know who to shoot at. Sometimes, like I said, you might get unlucky. You might be the first one they shoot at. They might land on their bullets and just kill you and then get up out of there, or they might get smoked. It happens. But the best thing to do is have them teammates near you. Now the last and final tip I got for y'all today, you want to be putting yourself in uncomfortable or unfamiliar situations. Now the reason why this is gonna help you, right, is because it's gonna probably start to develop your movement a little bit more. Because when you get in like an instant situation, someone just pop up out of nowhere, it's gonna allow you to instantly, it's gonna make your brain go, okay, we need to move, and you're gonna naturally press something. You're gonna naturally press some type of buttons in order to get away, and it's gonna start developing your movement a little bit more. Like if somebody in front of me, right, and I'm just running around and he just pop up, then I just slide to the side, right? It's an instant movement. Like it's instantly what I thought. It's gonna train your brain to start moving a lot quicker in those high intense situations, and it's gonna allow your movement to overall get better. The better your movement is, the less you're gonna get hit. Now I know at the start of the video I said, oh, you don't need to have all this movement. You really don't. But if you want to maximize getting hit less, then I suggest you develop some type of movement, and that's the best way you can develop movement, is spontaneous, like just instant. It becomes a habit. Instead of going in a private match, practice for 5 hours. Okay, oh, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna dive, okay, and then I'm a drop shot, and then I'm gonna do this, and then you get into a real game and then I'm getting smoked anyway. So it's like, what was the point of doing all that? What was the point? You did all that and you still got smoked. So it's like, don't go in private match and try to learn all those techniques yet until you start really getting the fundamentals of your aim down and the fundamentals of map awareness. Then you can start learning movement. Movement should be like probably the last thing you learn for real. And implementing that right there is what helped me get so many nukes. I learned each skill in order, if you would say. So the first thing I learned was, of course, aim. I learned how to get better aim. Once I got better aim, then I proceeded to learn map awareness, even though I kind of learned those at the same time, which is good. That's okay. Those are like the 2 most important skills, map awareness and then aim. And then you can start learning all the movement and stuff, like, because once you got map awareness and aim down, you can position yourself better. You can just beam everybody. So you don't really gotta use movement, and then you just add movement, and then now you like the best player in every lobby you play in. I started implementing that. I started dropping more nukes. I started everything started to come together. Once you learn aim, once you learn positioning, once you learn map awareness, everything will come together. I have a bunch of videos on my channel going over map awareness and aim and all that stuff, and how you can get it better, some bad habits you might be making that's causing you to not get good aim or this or that. Everything will just start to come together so much smoother if you learn it in that exact order. Just know, when you leave this video today and actually practice everything I'm telling you, bro, please listen to me, bro. I gotta put the Dr. Disrespect glasses on. This might be able to help you like remember everything. Remember this when you playing the game. Remember this just sitting outside your window. Imagine me sitting there like this when you playing. And if you die, I'm gonna jump through the window. But yeah, man, just follow everything I'm saying. But anyways, subscribe to my channel if you want to see daily tips and tricks. Now I know I've been gone for a minute. Let's address it. I'm gonna be quick. This outro ain't gonna be long. Please don't click off. I've been gone for a minute. They took away my Black Ops 6, as you might know if you've been watching the streams. I had to get it back. I can't exactly say how I got it back, because if I do, I might be going to prison. I'm joking. And that's why I ain't been posting. So yeah. Patreon videos coming soon, COD coaching videos coming soon. I've been holding back on those, but I have been doing one-on-one coaching sessions. I have been doing it. That's why you need to go sign up. Link in the description now. The COD coaching is out. I know this video can get a lot more views than the release video, so that's why I gotta promote it. Please go in the link in the description below. Sign up for COD coaching. It's $25 a month to get one-on-one coaching. It's $12 a month if you want to just go through the course that I'm gonna have set that I can actually make videos on now. Please go do that if you want to take your COD skill to the next level. And if you haven't noticed, the face cam's on. We finna start doing a lot more videos like this. From now on, the face cam's on. Y'all can see everything. Y'all can see exactly what I look like. This is what I look like.
You see my face now.
Anyways, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this video right here. Or you can go see the best Black Ops 6 Warzone settings right here. Click this video right here to see the best settings that you could try out for yourself. That's probably gonna make you the best player in the whole world.